Hey guys, Grant Kennedy here. Today I'm going to do a little tutorial on adding local schema, like local business schema markup to your website, which will help you get more visitors to your website. Today's tutorial is going to be a little bit more technical, but I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. So if you see a bunch of code and stuff like that, don't be afraid. I'm going to take care of you. So, like, what is structured data, and or also sometimes called like schema markup, local schema markup? There's a few different names for it. Um, it's basically a little bit of code that you put on your website, and what it does is it just makes it really easy for Google, Bing, and other search engines to understand who you are, what's on your site, and like where you're at, your address, your phone number. Just makes it super easy. Like a really good analogy would be if you were going to do a garage sale and you have just everything all out on your yard or maybe just in the garage and stuff like that. It's basically what schema markup will do is basically putting labels on stuff, so when someone's coming into your garage sale, they can easily find the thing that they're interested in. Kind of the benefit of this is that when you show up in Google search results, there'll be a lot more information than just the basic title of your website and meta description. So you can get, like, it'll say like the number of reviews that you have, which is what I'll do an example of a little bit later in the video. It could also be something like showing, okay, here's all the different locations that we serve. And this will show up in the Google search results, which is a kind of like an easier way of setting yourself apart from anyone else in your area that's not doing that, that's in your industry. So in this video, I'm going to show you what it looks like, and I'm going to give you a boilerplate that you can basically just plop in your information and then either add it to your website yourself, or you can give it to whoever manages your website. And I'm going to show you how to do it on a WordPress site and a Shopify site. So let's dive right in. Okay. So I'm going to be posting this later on my own website. By the time I upload this video, I'll have it all posted and I'll include a link so you can just come over here and copy and paste this. So this is what the code looks like. It's like, if you're not used to looking at code, it might look a little bit scary or overwhelming. But if you look closely at it, it's actually just pretty plain English. If you just ignore all the quotations and stuff, it's just pretty plain English. So like what you have here is telephone number. And in this boilerplate, I included kind of the format to use. So you can just plug your phone number in here. Now, the kind of important thing to using this is if you're doing this yourself and you don't have someone, if you're not technically savvy or you don't have like a web guy that you can just hand this off to. Just the thing to remember is you have these double quotation marks here. Do not erase those double quotation marks. Just put all the information between those and you'll be golden. So here we have your name, and that's your business name. And here in the boilerplate, I just tried to put it as clear as possible, so and easy to understand. So your business name here, phone number, street address, everything like that. The opening hours here. So in this example here, we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. These are the days that were open. And here's the hours. So the hours are done in 24-hour format. So in this example, so like right here we have, opens at 11 a.m. and closes at 6 p.m. Now, Next one here is, okay, we're also open on Saturday and Sunday, but the hours are different. We're only open from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. Um, so you can add this. So like if you wanted to add, actually, I'll just do this right here. So if we're open 7 days a week, so then we just add Monday right here. So we're open 7 days a week. On weekdays, we're open from 11 to 6, and on the weekends, 10 to 2. But in 24-hour format. Now, if you are, what you can do is just erase one of these. So if just like right here, okay, we're not open Friday. So with the double quotation marks, delete that, and then just delete the comma. Boom, you're good. Or if maybe the hours are different, you can just change them right here. And remember, again, in 24-hour format. So if you have trouble doing that, if it's like PM, just take that number and add 12 to it, and that's what and then you have the 24-hour version. If you have numerous different days that you're open, you can just take a look at this example. I'll include this in the link. But this first example here has how you would do that, and you can just kind of copy and paste this into the code. Next, so this is kind of the stuff that'll show up in the search results. So like here you have your website and stuff. Now the aggregate ratings here, you just look at your Google Business Profile and you can get these numbers. So this one would be like what Google rates you. It's just your aggregate rating, your best rating. So you just look at your best one, 5 stars at the top on Google. Look at your worst rating, and then just add your rating count. And this stuff will show up in the rich text results, which kind of boosts you up, because like if all your competitors are saying, oh, here's our title and stuff like that, and here's our description, and here says here's website, and here's our meta description, and here's our star rating, and here's how many reviews we have, and it's actually showing that in your search results compared to your customers. It's more eye-catching. You'll get a better click-through rate to your website. And then you can include reviews in that information. So like people are going through and maybe they didn't click on your map link, or maybe they're just going through the search results and they see, oh, your Billy Bob Thornton said you're awesome, gave you 5 stars. Now here's kind of like a useful one that's actually worth doing. And it can be, it's a little bit complicated, but not super overwhelming. What you need to do is Google Maps. And if you go over to Google Maps and you find your store or your business, you like right click on it and you can get the longitude and latitude. And you just take that number and again, plug it between the double quotations here. Just put the latitude in here, and the latitude is the one that comes first, longitude comes second, and on Google Maps, and you plug that in here too. Then drop it in here again, and this area served, this is your service radius. So, but the service radius, which comes on here, geo radius, it's kind of done in mathematical terms, but it's done in meters. So like if your service area is 50 miles, then you would plug in 50 miles. Like what is 50 miles in meters? Just Google that and you'll be able to see what that number is. Plug that number in here and you're golden. And that's it. Now you want to make this as specific as possible. Like right here, local business is kind of the most general one. If you wanted to do, like if you were a hardware store, if you were some other type of business, hair salon, things like that, you want to plug that in there. And like if there's a restaurant, You include prices, things like that, and you can find all that over at schema.org. I'll include a link to that. It's not the prettiest website, um, and you know what? I'll include a link that if you would like to do this on your website and you don't have if you're not tech savvy, and if you don't have a web guy that you're working with, I'm going to include a link, and you can just, with a contact form, drop me a message, and I'll do it for free for you. It's no big deal. Okay, so let's dive into what this would look like. So we're just going to copy and paste this, because this is what I want you to do. After you're going to copy, paste this, and put it into Notepad. Don't use Word. Don't use Google Docs, because those things aren't really used for writing code. Those are for text documents. On your computer, if you don't have like a text editor for code, which that's no problem. Use Notepad. And what you do is just copy, paste this, put it over into Notepad, and then just enter in the information. So like change your street address and your hours and things like that. Then hit Control A, Control C, or Command A, Command C if you're on a Mac like I am. And boom. Once you have all the information set, you've selected all, you copied. Now let's hop on over to, first let's do to WordPress. Okay, so if you're this is just a local site for, this is a local installation. But if you're on the back end of your WordPress, go to plugins, and this is gonna be the most like kind of tech friendly way, or like easiest way to do it. Go into plugins, add new plugin, and I want you to search for like insert headers and footers. You can use this WP code right here. Just install now. So once that's done, activate it. And right here on the side, you'll see code snippets. Okay, then go to header and footer. And in the header, you can either hit paste, or what I'll do is Control V or Command V if you're on a Mac, and boom. Right there, that's all right there. Save changes, and you're all set. It's that easy. Now, it's a few more steps if you're on a Shopify site. So let's hop on over to Shopify. This right here is just a demo store. But so when you log into the Shopify backend here, what you're going to do is go to your online store and let that load up. Okay, so you're on you got your theme right here, your current theme. Hit customize. Okay, I have like an ad blocker on, so that's why I get that message. Don't worry about that. So these three dots right up here, just go to edit code. Okay. And now what you want to do is, okay, this theme.liquid. Okay. Now you're actually looking at like the source code of your website. This is actually what websites look like to computers. And if you were going to code one from scratch, this is what it looks like. Don't worry about any of this. Okay. The only thing you want to do is, okay, so we want to say in this head section right here. And what we can do is Scroll down. Okay. And pretty much anywhere in here, you want to do it typically towards the top. Like I will put it right here.